So to make this bow sleeve, you will need your actual basic body sleeve. Okay, this is for a child, so that's why it's small. So this is the basic bodies. I want it to have a little bit of puff. That is why it is long here. So you need that fabric. If you want to use a different fabric for your bow, you will need a different fabric for your bow as well. You can see, just make sure that the width of the fabric is a bit longer than the width of your sleeve, so that when by the time you form the bow, you will not have any shortage. And depending on how wide you want it to be as well, you add the excess. So you will need your sleeve, you will need the bow. Okay, I'm using a contrasting fabric for this, and then you will need the band to hold the bow. So this is my band. So to sew it, I have already turned the band. You can see that I sew it on one side, then I turned it. So I'm going to, where I have my seam, I'm going to push it to the middle, and then you can go ahead and iron it. So you are going to put your sleeve on fold like this, and then you will notch the midpoint, which is the center point. So you will notch it. So when you notch your midpoint like this, you are going to place your bow that center. So now this is the right side of the band, this is the wrong side where you have the seam. So you are going to place it here like this, and then you take it to your sewing machine, and then you sew. You can see how I placed it. I notched the center, and then I place it the wrong side facing up like this. This is how you are going to place it. So once you sew it, you will now bring in your bow, the one you want to use for your bow. You are going to place it like this, the wrong side of your fabric on the wrong side of your bow like this, so that when you flip it, the wrong side, please, the wrong side of your fabric on the right side of your bow, sorry, so that when you flip it like this, when you are done sewing and you flip it, this is the right side. So let me chalk it so that we don't get confused. So this is the wrong side of the bow. So you are going to place it like this, the right side of the fabric is why you are going to be placing the wrong side of your bow. Then you are going to sew it. So when you are sewing, to remember, you have already used the stitch to hold this first. So when you want to sew the bow to it, you will sew from here and then stop where your band is, then you start sewing again from here, so that you have that space here. That is after you have already held this one with one stitch, so that it does not remove. So you are going to be placing the wrong side of your fabric on the on the wrong side, on the right side of your bow, sorry, this is the wrong side of the bow, so that when you sew it and you want to form your bow, you are going to flip it over and you have the right side facing up. So I'll go ahead and sew it now. I have gone ahead to sew it now. You can see this is the wrong side of your bow, this is the right side, and this is the right side of your main fabric. So just like I explained, you can see that I did not sew the bow when it got to this band, because I will still need to use it to tuck it in. So I left that part. So now to form the bow, you're going to flip the fabric for the bow upwards like this. You can go ahead and iron this part first so that it can be flat. You can also serge this part before you do this. So you're going to flip it up like this, and then you're going to take pleats at that center. That was why I said you should make this bow longer, so that when you form the plate, you will not have shortage by the side. So you're going to flip it like this. You're going to pleat at that center. When you pleat, you will now use your band to cover it up like this. So once you cover it up, that space that you did not sew, that space that you left, that is where it's going to go in. So you're going to push it inside like this. So for you to be able to sew them together, what you are sewing together is your sleeve, your new band, and then your bow, that space that you left. So the band is going to be in between the sleeve and the bow. So now you're going to take the three together like this. Can you see? So for you to be able to access it, you just need to push this band a little bit. Just do it carefully. So once you take your plate, you put it inside that space like this, and then you take the three of them together from here. So you now shift your band a little bit so that you'll be able to sew them together. So you can see what I'm taking. This is the bow where I've not sewn. This is the band. here, and then this is the sleeve. So you take the three together, you arrange it well, make sure nothing is packing like this. This is where we stop sewing. So I'll go ahead and complete my sewing. So I'll just shift the band a little bit so that I can access it, and I'll be able to sew it. So you can see I've taken it together. You're sewing this: one, the bow; two, the band; and three, the sleeve. That's what you are sewing. So you go ahead now and sew them. I've sewn it, you can see. So I pushed it and then I sew. So once you are done, you flip everything and bring it out. I forgot to mention that you are supposed to hem the upper part of your bow. Okay, please do that before you, this part, make sure you hem it before you turn like this. I already did mine, but I forgot to mention it. So please, this upper part, make sure you fold it in and hem before you cover everything up with your band. So now you can see that we are done putting our band. The next thing now is to spread it by the side. So here I'm going to spread on this side. Okay, I'm going to spread it and hold with a pin, and then I'm going to come to the second side. You are going to hold it here and also spread. So make sure that everything is spreading nicely, and then you're going to hold that with another pin. So when you hold it with your pin, you're going to go ahead and turn it to the wrong side, and then you will sew it following the shape of your sleeve before you trim off the excess. I've sewn it, can you see? So once you are done sewing, just grab your scissors and then you trim it to match up with your actual sleeve that you have underneath. So you do the same thing for the other side. Please make sure you iron. If you don't iron, it's going to be looking puffy like this. I'm going to find a way to iron it. So once you are done like this, this is what you will have, and this is what the sleeve is going to look like. You can make your bow as full as you want, can you see? So now you go ahead and sew it, and then I want to form like a little bit of gather here. So when you sew it, this is what your sleeve is going to look like. This is what you are going to have when you join it to your bodice. So you just need to go ahead and sew the second one. So this is my second one. I'll iron it and fix it to my dress.